Hello and welcome again to the Scientific Origins channel, and welcome to the Tactics and Tropes of April Fool's Month, where we go over what makes somebody a fool and all of the tactics that are used to fool you into believing things like the earth is flat and vaccines are poison and you should drink your own pee maybe. Anyways, so today we're going over a time-honored classic, the Gish Gallop, and for sure you've encountered this. You've definitely met a fast talker who knows how to bullshit and knows how to put together a stream that just doesn't quit. The anatomy of the Gish Gallop is the person you're arguing with is bad faith. They're going to ask you a bunch of questions, a series of questions and arguments that they think they already know the answers to, and that are just designed to trip you up and to make you waste a bunch of energy explaining all of these things, after which they're just going to hit you with another one. So this is combined with a couple of the other tactics that we've already talked about, the bullshit asymmetry principle and the ad nauseum argument. When you put all these together, it's like a bad faith trio of just insufferableness. So, for example, you'll hear a lot of Gish Gallops about evolution. Kent Hovind's entire shtick is just Gish Galloping about evolution. Oh, there's 6 stages of evolution. You got cosmic evolution, and you got biological evolution. And the only real ones are macro and micro evolution. And macro evolution is just adaptation. And so he just is going to spew arguments, just spew lists of points. Like there's like 9 points in there to respond to, and all of those take a significant amount of time to respond to. No, there isn't 6 levels of evolution. We're talking about biological evolution. There isn't really a difference between macro and micro evolution. They're just different amounts of the same process of shifting allele concentrations. So the Gish Gallop works by just like overwhelming you with points. You can't remember all the points, and addressing all the points takes more time than it takes for them to just spew a fresh list. So how do you beat the Gish Gallop? Well, there's a couple of ways. You can do what I do, which is really painful and takes a lot of time. You can learn science so well that you know all their points and you know how they're all bullshit and can refute them in your sleep, right? Another thing you can do, and this is more energy and time efficient, pick their weakest point. Pick the weakest one and say, okay, micro and macro evolution, if they accept microevolution, they accept evolution. So pick that point and say, so microevolution is real, right? And then you go into that point instead of having to deal with a whole host of things. Pick that one point and stay on that one point. If they try to change the subject and say, well, okay, but you still have to prove macroevolution, say, no, bring them back to the point and finish refuting that point before moving on to the next point, right? And that is how you unravel the Gish Gallop fiber by fiber. Or you can do what I do. You can refute all the points. You basically just Gish Gallop back at them, except your Gish Gallop is just a series of corrections. It's not really a Gish Gallop. You're refuting their points one after another sequentially like they did. So really, if you want to, you don't even have to do it sequentially, because it'll be easier for them to respond if you do it sequentially, right? And then the whole exchange becomes really robotic. The audience tunes out. You yourself get bored. So you can just have some expertise and talk about the things you know about what they said were wrong, and just say point blank, that sounds wrong. That's incorrect. I'm pretty sure you're wrong about this. Phrases like that, right, is better than to pretend complete certainty of every topic like you kind of have to do Gish Gallops. And the humility is a little more credible than somebody like Kent Hovind, who pretends to have 4 PhDs and to know every topic under the sun like the back of his hand, right? When really he's just a Christian pastor who's a grifter and a cult leader. So that's the Gish Gallop. those are some techniques for how you can deal with it. You kind of, if you can understand how it works, you can come up with some of your own creative ways to deal with it, and keep an eye out for it, because it is an energy and time waster, and it's almost only ever used by people who are really deep into the cult you're trying to refute, basically.